Hey, spaghetti, pizza pie, mamma mia, lingerie. We're back.
Yeah.
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 Jake and I again for this session.
Of course.
Very original, guys. Very original FTC, you know?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the two viewers who watch this, like, oh Jesus, it's him again.
It's them again. Where's the other members? They don't want our other members? Yes, they died, unfortunately. They all died in a car crash, in a car accident. Kind of fucked up. Jacob was the one driving, so of course, you know, he was the bus driver that day. And you know, they were on the side of the cliff. You know, Dale decided to be like, all right, guys, look at this. I'm gonna vape this huge cloud of smoke, and then he blew it. He blew this big smoke pile.
Dale vapes?
Yeah, he blew it out.
Ew.
In front of Jacob's vision, scaring it, and you know, just yeah, Jacob drove the bus off the side of the cliff, and they all died. Now, Casey's body was not found in the accident, so they kind of think he was behind it, which is I'm not surprised because Casey sometimes said that he wanted to murder everyone else. So, like, yeah, I'm not surprised at all. But all of them are dead besides Casey, who was his whereabouts are unknown. So if you have any information, feel free to DM us on Twitter. We're trying to find him. If we don't find him in the next 5 days, we're gonna have to make a missing persons report and get the FBI involved. But yeah, that's a discussion for another day. Super fuck situation. And you know, yeah, we just need to find him for everyone else's safety because this is not okay. What Casey did was not good. I think he was the one who gave Dale his vape, even though Dale tried quitting vaping, but Casey was like, no, it's funny if you continue to do it, so you know, you can, you know, let the edge off once in a while. So you know. And Casey, I heard, was also the one who kind of was like, Dale, you should do this. It's kind of funny if you rape in front of Jacob's face while he's driving on this dangerous cliff. So, yeah, Casey, if you're watching this video, or listening to this video, you know, not cool. Not cool, man. Fucking dumbass. Fucking monster. Hope you are in hell when you know eventually die. How's your day?
What the fuck was that segment?
What do you mean? It wasn't a segment. It's very real. What I just talked about is very real.
You seem to know a lot about this case.
Yeah. No, I heard it from the police.
So yeah, anyway.
Yeah. Well,
Do you have any spicy work stories?
Kinda. So the girl I told you last time,
3 times.
who's the mother, yeah. She's been still staring at me, right? Like super intently, like not like long staring that I know of, but like yesterday is probably like the best like example or like the story that I can give where like I got so high yesterday and I don't
High?
No, not high.
Oh.
I like to challenge myself at work because like these days it's getting really hot at work.
Oh.
So like I just kind of keep my sweatshirt on just to see if I can get through it because I'm a dumbass. And so basically I got sick of the heat towards like the last hour and I was just like, okay, I cannot do this anymore. So I rolled up both my sleeves and you know, I just go behind this thing, go behind like this small wall of like boxes so she doesn't see me. And then I'm not trying to hide from her, but that's just like the spot where I just went yesterday, because like there was a stack of boxes that was just laying there and I was just chilling on them. Um, but pretty much, when I had to get up and put boxes on the pallet, I look over after I finish putting all the boxes on the pallet, and I just see her leaning on a stack of boxes where she is, just like looking at me. So she's just leaning on boxes, just looking at me. And when I like look at her, she doesn't even make the eye contact. Like she just like is looking in my general direction. Like, yeah, I'm looking. Who gives a shit, right? Like I and like when we were about to leave, at the end of the day, I kind of go in this one spot every time we're about to leave, no matter what. Where I just sit there and I sit kind of on the outer layer of like our station, and she, I look over. The girl's doing nothing but standing there behind boxes, and I just see her again, just looking at me, like. So like, yeah, I I usually think of like the worst outcome in situations, but this I've been kind of thinking like, is this hate staring? Is this like, is she like looking at me hoping I'm dying? Like I and at this point I don't know. I don't even think it's hate at this point. I think like there's much more to this than what I thought originally at first. Um, so like it's like, if like there's this Latina mother who at work is like staring at me because like she's interested, and like, okay, I did I tell you the other woman I talked to whose husband works there?
Yes.
Yeah.
They were the ones that told you that she has a boyfriend.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Basically, Thursday. So obviously, the day before yesterday. Like she noticed that the girl was looking at me, and she was just she added on that like I asked why she was still staring at me, and the woman was like, maybe she's just attractive to you.
Attracted to you.
Maybe she I forgot what word she used, but I think she implied that I was attractive. Oh wait, I think she said maybe she's you're attractive to her. Yeah, attractive to her. I think she said.
Okay.
Something like that. Um, kind of broken English. Obviously, the woman is also Latina, so like,
okay.
If like someone can give like a what they think a Latina mother's thoughts are, it's another Latina mother who probably knows what the other one is thinking, right? And personally my opinion is like, obviously most likely nothing is gonna happen with this situation at all, right? Realistically, but like, you know I oh my god, my nose is so fucking honey. Like, I'm not the one to like pursue like anyone who's in a relationship, so like, I don't know, it's just a weird situation that's going on right now.
I would if she's like, well, she thinks you're attractive, then you need to just ask again, like, are you like 100% positive that she does have a boyfriend, because even if they're thinking that, it's still pretty weird. I wouldn't personally be like, if I'm in a relationship, I wouldn't be staring at someone.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for
That's
sure.
personally my opinion.
Yeah.
Course. So I would touch base and just be like, okay, well, if you're just thinking that she's like attracted to me, then does she actually still have this boyfriend? Or because like it could be possible that like what the information they got was old information. Like it could be possible.
Yeah. Yeah. Because like the husband could have gone like who knows how long the girl has been working there. They could have had the boyfriend when they first joined, told the husband like years ago, you know, maybe a year ago, you know, stuff happens, and like, I'm not trying to say like, oh, I'm not trying to hint at like, you know, oh, I want to destroy this relationship, this possible relationship, you know, that this girl has, because I'm not about that at all. I'm not about that life where like, you know, I don't want to destroy any relationship. Holy fucking shit, my nose is fucking annoying right now. Yeah, so I'm just not about that at all, because that's awful to do, knowing that someone is in a relationship and then you're just like, alright, come over and kiss me, you know. I'm gonna pause the recording, guys, for a second. You will not notice, but I just need to blow my fucking brains out. Yeah.
So yeah,
so that's kind of actually. There's another situation that for some reason I never have told at all from work. So it isn't even in relation to the girl. But this is big, stupid, overweight guy at my work, and his name is Jacob Molig.
I knew it. I was gonna say, is this Jacob Molig?
No, but there's this overweight guy who is gay, like Jacob. And
okay. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but what level are we talking about? Like, you can't tell, or are they over the top?
At first, I couldn't tell because like he's also into D&D like Jacob is. So like that was like one of the first things this guy talked about. I'm gonna call this guy Sheen. So Sheen,
Jimmy Neutron.
Yesterday I think I heard him say to another guy that he is in his 50s. So pretty much Sheen, right? He is not at all like afraid to like talk about his sexuality. In this place that I work at, you work in a factory. I don't think you should ever like really bring up your sexuality to like these kinds of people at all. Like no matter how proud you are, because like I've heard like conversations with my coworkers who are at the same station I'm at, like just like absolutely going off on him, and like me trying to fit in, I'm just like, yeah, that guy Sheen, fucking gay, stupid gay, you know, something like that, where I'm just like, yeah, right, gay people, am I right, guys?
I had this funny image of just like a flamboyant gay person playing D&D.
He's not flamboyant at all, actually.
I know, that's why, but I just that a funny image in my head of just like,
you're just picturing Jacob Molig.
Yeah. Being like, I'm a paladin.
And to specify, like, I'm completely okay that he's gay, but like, when like you're just like talking about it constantly, like semi-constantly, like he is, where it's just like, yeah, I'm gay, like, you know, it's just like, alright, man, alright, we get it. You like dicks. Good for you. We've talked about this before on the channel. I hate the type of gay people where they're just like, my personality is that I'm gay, you know? Yeah. Say yes, so you.
Yeah.
It sounds like I'm not alone on this one.
I mean, yeah.
But basically, like, this guy is just so awkward. Because like yesterday, as an example, and the other guy that I told you about, the guy who sends me notes, has been acting normal again lately. Like we're actually talking like guy friends again.
Oh God, are they gonna date?
No. No. What should I call him? I'm gonna call. I think I have a name for him. I think I made a name for him. I don't think so actually. I'll call him Alan. So Alan is the guy who sent me notes and was being weird months ago. Alan, uh, like calls Sheen weird a lot every time. And it's just like, yeah, that guy's weird.
You know, yeah, it takes one and no one.
Yeah. Basically, like, anytime me and Alan, either with us talking to each other or someone else, like, we'll be talking to, like, this folklore guy who I'll call Dennis. Dennis is my favorite person there. I love Dennis to death. But we're talking to Dennis, and then all of a sudden Sheen just fucking comes up out of nowhere, like more than half the time, and just stands there, and it's just like, hey guys, uh, um,
Gay.
I'm gay, and then runs away, waddles away. But no, he just like butts into like conversations, like where he just spots us talking with each other, and like I understand if like people want to join in a conversation, but like sometimes there's this like the three of us or two of us want to talk to each other, and we don't want to deal with Sheen. Almost just said his actual name. Like he kind of just stands there behind you. Cause like yesterday I was working on the pallet. I was putting boxes on the pallet, right? And like I don't know what he was doing, but he just like after putting the boxes through the tape machine, like he just waddled over and just stood there, not saying anything. He just looked at me as I put boxes on the pallet. I walked away, and then he just like I think he was trying to grab this strand of labels that was on the box conveyor, because they were on there because you know they're fucking idiots. Forgot to put labels on a lot of boxes, so I had to do that as well. But like he just stands there behind you, like just menacingly, like just like what do you want, you know, like speak, say anything, you know, like also. But another part of me is just like I hope he doesn't talk to me at all, because like I don't really want to have a conversation with this guy. Like he is the cheesiest fucking person I think there for sure, because like there's another time where Alan's brother and his mother were there, and I was also there, just like kind of talking with them as well. And then I don't know why, I forgot what the conversation was, but fucking Sheen just comes up, starts talking with them, and then out of nowhere just starts saying like the Six Flags theme song, where he just goes like something like that, just like, and then he does another song where he just like sings another song. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? What is this guy at all? Like what is he doing here? Like
it's like you and the boys having a conversation, and one of them just stops and just like, smell that? I smell bacon grease and rainbows. it's Shane.
Bro,
It's Sean, and then it's like, dude. He just starts slowly walking. It's humming Six Flags.
I literally told Alan, like, bro is like the daytime version of Batman. He just comes out of nowhere. Like, out of nowhere behind you, like, hello, I'm gay. And then it just, like, butts into your conversation. Like, and, like, the thing we said about smell, like, this guy, Sheen, smells like ass.
Oh my god, I was making a joke. I didn't know it was actually...
Like, no. At the beginning of every day, this guy smells like straight ass. Like, 12 minutes into, like, one shift, like, a few weeks ago, he just comes up to me and was like, I need a fucking fan. I'm so hot already. Like, bro, it's fucking February. How are you hot this early into the shift? It's 12 minutes in. What are you gonna do for the next 7 hours? Like...
7 hours, let alone the next, like, few months.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's already hot in fucking mid-April. Like,
oh god, like that heat came out of nowhere. Like,
it was 90 like yesterday.
Dog, I was literally like the day before, like beginning of the week, I was just wearing, a jacket, like it was like still winter.
Yeah.
I wake up, my Alexa has a notification, and I said, all right, when I get up for work, I'm like, okay, Alexa, play my notification. It says, oh, there's a severe, the weather service issued a fire weather warning for the area. And I'm like, fuck, fire weather? And then I was like, okay, what's the temperature outside? And I saw it was like in the 70s. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like, I don't know, man. Sean, what we call him, Sean the Sheep. He smells like ass. Like, and like, I don't know. Like, he's just, part of me feels bad because, like, he's just so awkward, right? But, like, there's just something about him that's just so unbearable to the point where I just, like, don't even want to interact with him at all. Like, it's just, like, I don't know. It's very weird. And, like, what I said, like, he's gay. Nothing wrong with that at all. Nothing wrong with being fat either. But like with the gay thing, like, Alan went up to him and he was just like talking about another coworker. I'll call him what's a Spanish name that begins with M?
M?
Yeah, and don't say the MI name.
Why?
I'll call him Marco.
Okay. Mario?
Yeah, I'll call him Mario. Okay. Mario is in his 60s, and
Wahoo!
I definitely think Alan gets his weirdness from Mario. Because, like, Alan and Marco, whatever, I'll call them both names. They went to the bathroom at the same time out of nowhere one day. And they both used they both used the urinals. And Alan straight up told me, like, oh yeah, when I was peeing, Mario looked over at me, at my dick.
No.
Right? So, like, he just went up to Sheen and was like, yeah,
You don't do that. That's bro code.
And, like, you just told Sheen, like, yeah, so Marco, like, looked at my dick, and Sheen was like, oh, I hope he does that with me. I haven't had dick in a long time.
What the fuck?
Some shit like that. Like, what the fuck?
That's freaking bro code. You, like, literally, I remember watching, it was just in my, like, Facebook reel, and I was like, and this girl was, like, Twitch streaming a reaction to another video where the guy was like doing the speedrun like challenges of like the urinals, like which one are you gonna take?
Yeah.
And she's like, oh my god, I can't believe guys like have to think about this. Like, yes, we fucking do.
Yes, we do. Yeah. And even worse, like...
and if you have to sit with someone, if you have to stand next to someone in a urinal, you have to just stare at the wall. Don't say a word. Just piss.
You know what makes it even worse? These urinals have the wall between them, so that meant that Marco
Go on
really
his tippy toes and then
looked over the wall, dividing it, and was like, "Hey, Alan, Boppy, nice dick."
That was probably one of the worst sentences you have ever said.
Like, bro, oh my god, it's just so bad. Like, everyone at my work is either like, for some reason, gay as fuck, which is nothing wrong with, but like, come on, like, have some morals.
Everyone's gay or Latina.
Everyone's fucking gay or Latina. What is this?
I mean, like, you won't have any competition, you know what I'm saying? The competition's taking out themselves.
Looks like I'm the only one standing left. Yeah, like, I don't know. It's just, it's so confusing. It's like, I don't even know what to say. Because, like, there's so much, like, gayness going on that, like, I'm just like, alright, good for you guys, good, proud of you guys, I'm not about this life, but good for you guys, good job on being like this. Like, I have to be really careful with my words, because, like, obvious, besides, like, Sheen, I think, like, Alan and Marco just kind of act gay, just for the funniness of it, but even then Marco, what he did, and even what Alan did, to me, was weird as fuck, you know? It's just, no fucking words. I don't know. Like, there's also, this maintenance guy who is also named Matt at my work, because this is important for the story. So, I mean, obviously I already fucked up with Sheen's actual name, but I'll actually spoil this guy's name. So yeah, Matt the maintenance man, fixes the machines, comes over sometimes, right, and I would guess he is around my age as well. He looks pretty young. We both kind of have a similar, like, voice, kind of, like, we both don't really have that deep of a voice, but, like, just comes over, fixes the machine because it was fucking up, and pretty much, Alan just tells me, oh no, Marco comes up to me, just, like, reaches his hand out, like, hey, Bobby, congrats, and it just, like, I high five him, like, what? Congrats for what? Sheen likes you. Sheen said he likes you.
Oh no.
And I'm just like, what?
Oh.
And, like, I'm just standing like, okay. And then he's just like, Boppy, Sheen likes you. Congrats. And that's pretty much, like, what the gist of the conversation was. And
is the room getting, like, darker, or am I feeling a sense of dread?
Oh no, Sheen's sitting on me. I'm just like, okay, no, I'm not about this. and I go up to Alan, and he's just like, yeah. So he actually has a crush on the maintenance mat.
Oh.
And like I'm just like, oh, okay, well that's good. Not for the other mat, but you know, good for me. And I go up to Marco like, you fucking dumbass. He likes the other mat. um, and then Marco bursts out laughing because I actually did call him a dumbass, like straight up. Like I literally went up to him like, Marco, he likes the other mat, and then he goes, oh, and I'm like I just go, you dumbass. But apparently Sheen likes guys, maybe younger guys. I'm not sure with blonde hair. And apparently my hair is blonde enough. Because people have after I cut my hair, people were like, "Yeah, Matt, your hair is pretty blonde, actually." And I is my hair silent to the story, but is my hair actually that blonde? Because like I always thought it was pretty dark.
I see it as pretty dark, but I could see people arguing. Like, I think you do have some blonde remnants. Like you could, I would say probably like you probably have like a dark,
I think my hair,
dark, dirty blonde.
Yeah, I think I have dirty blonde hair in general, so that's probably why. But yeah, bad news for me, because I'm one dirty away from being actually blonde.
Dye your hair.
Dye your hair actually brown. It's like, and I'm not like afraid of being gay at all. Is the situation. If like anyone somehow made it this far into the video, like I'm not. I don't hate that Sheen is gay at all by any means. But like, I think the thing that's arguably worse is that, like I said, I don't know if Sheen specifically does like younger guys. But since he likes the other man who is most likely my age, maybe a little bit younger, or maybe a little bit older, I don't exactly know. It is pretty weird, cause like I did hear Sheen say that he was like in his 50s, I think. So like, you know how I feel about like that fucking age gap shit.
Yes.
Not okay to me at all. Even if it's legal. If you think like, yes, it's legal, but if like you think a 20-year-old male female dating a like 30-plus-year-old is normal, like morally normal,
it's more like unethical. I don't know. That's where like more unethical than like immoral, I would say.
You think so?
Like it's they're an adult, but at the same time there's still a gap, and there's still the taking advantage of someone who has like less experience of the adult life than someone who has.
As a 23-year-old, like I'm still good. I still feel like a kid very much. Like anyone under 25 is still like a kid in my eyes.
Like I've talked about it before, like with how I feel with my age gaps. Like I still feel like 19 is like way too like childish for me.
Yeah. I think the youngest I would go right now is 20.
With my age, I would say 20 as well. But once I turn 23, I'm going to 21.
Yeah, you got next year. You have to be able to drink.
Yeah,
you know.
Exactly. Well, I don't want them to drink. I would. They're old enough that they can order. They can get
just
one.
Just the general age. Like you should have this ability. Because that's just the card off. I would rather date older. I know you would as well.
Oh, that's my preference, Matt.
Yeah. I don't really have a preference, actually. I'm just like, as someone who's like dated only like younger people, I would like to know what it feels like to be the younger one for once. Because like, I honestly, like in all my relationships, I always felt like the younger one, anyways,
Mhm.
despite being the older one, because I'm fucking stupid and I act more childish compared to the people I have been with in general. So
Yeah.
yeah, I I'm just stupid as fuck. But I would like to actually see like what it's like to be with someone who is actually older, you know, and you know, not deal with like, oh, you're older than me, so you have to be more mature. Because I can be mature in relationships, but like I can't be the one who has to be like serious most of the time, in regards to things and shit like that. I don't know. It's just that's like such a non-issue though that like doesn't matter, but it's just something that I think about. Um, but yeah, so yep, Sheen's a fucking weirdo. In conclusion, smells like straight up ass. Um, and Sheen, if you watch this, get the fuck out of here. You're making the comment section smelly as fuck, you dumbass. But I do have a friend that you can talk to. His friend, my friend is Jacob Moling. You can contact him on Twitter at Molig1. Perfect fit for you. Wonderful guy. Also smells like complete shit. And yeah.
I do have like a story that's kind of similar, where it's kind of like, where it's like I don't like, where I might have like a hot take. So last week for like Good Friday, my grandparents came over to drop off me and my sister's Easter presents, because I come from a very religious family, and
Yeah.
so yeah, we were I was just downstairs. I was just on my phone. I was just like, then my mom was watching the Elvis movie, and they came over and they just started talking, and a lot of things were said.
Okay.
Well, first of all, they were talking about how there was apparently, I can't get too much because I don't know if it's in our area. It's probably in our area, so I can't really. But something happened with like a drag show in our area that I guess everyone's like going ballistic about. From what it sounded, did sound pretty messed up to me, I would say, but I can try to talk about it. I have no idea what happened, but something happened with a drag show, and I know like right now drag shows are very hot topic right now.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that wasn't the only things that were said. They were talking about my cousin. And I have a little cousin. I don't know what's going on with them, so I'm just gonna refer to them with the they pronoun. I just because they had a phase where they were pretty much dressing and acting like a boy, I will say,
Okay.
and they were born a girl, and of course I come from a very religious family.
Yep.
So you can assume
No more your
that
parents are like.
did not go well.
Yep.
And they were like, well, yeah, my grandparents were very very angry about this, and my parents were as well. Like literally, my entire family was. And I did feel bad, and I at the same time it's like I don't think they were like just like gonna like transition or do anything like crazy, like you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
hormones or something. Like obviously that would not be okay when they're like literally like just barely a child.
Oh, yeah. I have my opinions about that stuff.
Like yeah, that's like, but that's like, if they just want to dress like a boy, like who gives a crap?
Yeah. Who cares?
Like tomboy's a thing. Like
Yeah.
but yeah, so they're talking to the last couple times I saw them, they were dressing more and act feminine. Like they did cut their hair at one point, and now they have like longer hair again, and they dress more feminine. And my dad was like, oh, I mean, she's still, and I'm using my dad's words for like the pronouns, because that's who they are. They were like, so she still thinks she's a boy or whatever. And my grandparents are like, no, oh God, no, that was just a phase. Like, my dad's like, oh, thank God. I'm like,
Oh God.
I'm just sitting there, just like, all right, I don't think I want kids now. Like, and it's not like, because it's like, if I don't have a problem with it, but if they end up being like gay, trans, or anything, this is how I know they're gonna act.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be on me, because they're gonna think I'm the one who failed as a parent.
Yes. Yeah.
When it's like clearly not the case. That's just how they were born.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, I don't think I want kids now.
Yeah.
My dad also said, because they were just talking nonstop about. So in the Elvis movie, I never seen it because I could care less. But
yeah, who gives a shit about a pedo?
Based, but they were like, Tom Hanks is in the movie.
Yep.
My dad just out of nowhere goes, man, Tom Hanks is such an asshole. And like, and my grandparents are like, no, he's not. And I'm just like, man, I've never heard anyone say a bad thing about Tom Hanks before.
He was on the Epstein list.
Oh, really?
Yes. It said Tom Hanks.
But this is why my dad's reason was, he was at Joe Biden's inauguration.
Okay.
I'm just thinking, like, I didn't say anything because
God forbid someone has a political affiliation. Jeez. So, one asshole he supports as president? Jeez. Alright, cool.
But I'm just thinking, like, dog, literally a bunch of celebrities just show up just for, like, the publicity, man.
Yeah.
Like, nobody, I don't think a lot of them don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
About, like,
I don't think any of them give a single shit. Maybe a few do, but...
Yeah. But I just find it, like, absolutely hilarious that it's like, oh my God, like, he was at Joe Biden's inauguration, therefore he's affiliating with someone who's destroying our country. Oh, and they also said, they were like, oh my God, everything's with Trump right now because they're trying to distract from the poor economy. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, they're just doing this to him because of because to distract everyone from the economy being bad. Like, what are you talking about?
So dumb.
I'm like so over it. Like, I don't like that's why I don't vote either, because I know if I like say who I voted for, I might get kicked out.
Yeah. Like,
it's turning into a cult at this point, and like it's getting like out of control.
Oh, you just noticed that now?
It just keeps getting more downhill. Like, it's like I'm like kind of over
it. And that's not saying the other side isn't a cult either.
Oh, I'm not saying that either.
Yeah.
I think it's all a cult at this point.
Yeah, both
worshipping men like they are mythological. Like, even like, I don't want to be like this guy either, where it's like I'm like anti-American history, but at the same time, like, it is kind of cultish because we still worship the founding fathers as like, mythological beings of like heroic, like,
patriotism.
Yeah,
all that shit.
Where it's like it's basically a religion at this point.
Yeah, I think you can look up to them in such a degree, but like if you like, I don't know, if you like devote like your entire ideology, whatever the fuck
any,
is,
not just the founding father, to any politician whatsoever.
I think anything actually, for that matter.
What are you trying to say here, Matt?
What?
Trying to say I'm like with my interests? Are you trying to?
Yes,
insinuate?
I think your face is for Spider-Man. That's what I'm trying to say.
I mean, to be fair, I mean, I have seen some Spider-Man fans where it's pretty...
I'm looking at you, Spider-Man Lotus. Right.
Yo, man. You know what I hate? I hate that I was actually excited for that. I was so close to backing up that project too. And then it was literally on my birthday or close to my birthday where all that racism stuff came out. And I was like, man, I'm actually glad I didn't.
Yeah.
Like, it looked pretty good too. And I was like, man, that looks...
Yeah.
But yeah.
Sucks.
Yeah, like the suit looked really good too.
I was also interested slightly in it. and then all that stuff came out, and I was like, damn. Anyways, that sucks.
Yeah, it was pretty, like, even, like, when you're now, like, looking back, and it was clearly like, made, they were clearly making it to be like, the MCU doesn't know how to do Spider-Man, but we do, because we're actual fans and we know what people like. Like, it's like, so, like, you're just being, like, so negative about it. Like,
yeah,
you're like, you just, if you're gonna make a fan film, like, do it just for the fans. You don't have to, like, make some sort of statement being like, oh, like, we know how to do Spider-Man better than the MCU, and, like, it's like, okay, like,
cool.
I don't even know if it's still coming out. It was supposed to come out in October, by the way, and it got, like, pushed back because everyone freaking quit.
Jeez.
Yeah, like, the entire VFX team quit.
Oh my god.
And they did show that like, the swinging, like, scene, and it did look pretty good. I will say that.
Yeah.
I just wish the Gavin and Warden weren't just, being racist.
Yep.
I just remind you that that is literally everything Spider-Man stands against, and that was the whole point of his character.
Yeah.
That anyone can be under the mask.
Even racists.
I highly doubt Spider-Man would be a racist. He's definitely not a racist.
I don't know. Did you watch Andrew Spider-Man? Beat up a black guy. Pretty racist if you ask me.
I mean, he did try to also help a black guy who was getting electrical powers, but,
No, that's the guy who I was talking about.
he didn't beat him. Oh. I thought you were, like, referencing to, like, an obscure scene or something where he was like, oh my god, he punched the black.
Oh, he punched a black man in the face.
But, yeah. Very unfortunate about Lotus. It kind of... I wish it... But I did see they, like... And then, like, when that... And all that stuff happened, they leaked, like, everything about the movie.
Yeah.
And it's, like... Oh, God. They showed the fight scene with the Green Goblin, and it looked so bad. I don't even know if they were, like... It was, like, pre-VFX, but it looked so fucking trash. And they were playing Star Wars music, and it, like, didn't make any sense. I was like, what the fuck is this?
It's like that drawing of a host picture. But it's just so good and detailed at first, and then the last panel is just, like, so shitty.
Like a kid drew it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Very.
I think... I know this is a controversial opinion, but, if you're racist, you suck major balls.
Indeed.
You can suck my shafts any day of the week. And, yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Like this video, or Sean will be right behind you.